What's up guys, this is Danny, and you just bought a Moto G, but you're a little bit envious of the Moto X because of the way you can customize it in Moto Maker. Now the Moto G is meant to be a budget phone, so you don't have that kind of choice, but through the Motorola.com website, you can customize the back of it a little bit through these shells and through the flip case. So let's take a look at both of them and see which one is the right one for you. Let's take a look right now. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Now the first thing I want to note is how disappointed I was in the retail packaging itself. It just came in these plastic sleeves, and if you order a $2 case from eBay, this is how they come. So, do you even care about the retail packaging? Let me know in the comments below, or if you actually got retail packaging with these cases on your end. It might have just been me, but I was just a little bit disappointed. The shells come in many different colors, and they are $15 on the Motorola.com website, and the flip case itself is $30 on the Motorola.com website. So go ahead and check them out and choose the colors that you like, but let me show you the colors that I chose for my Moto G. I went with the classic colors here. I got a white shell and I also got a red shell, and I think these both look pretty sharp. The installation is extremely easy. You just take the back plate off by grabbing onto the USB on the back of the Moto G, and very easy to take off the back plate itself. And then you just take your new color back for the Moto G and just snap it right in place. Very easy on the install. They're pretty grippy and you'll hear them click in, and absolutely no problems with the install whatsoever. I'm really liking the way that the black and the white contrast each other, and as MKBHD would say, it gives it that Stormtrooper look to the Moto G. So the back of the texture is exactly the same as the black one that came with the Moto G. It's a little bit slippery, it does collect some fingerprints, but on these lighter colors it doesn't show as much. So that same nice dimple that you get on the Moto G, and it's a little bit flexible when it's by itself, but when it's actually on the device itself, it feels pretty solid. So I'm not disappointed at all in these shells. Here is the red shell, and this is personally my favorite because I think red and black, they look really nice together. And the same installation here, and this is the one that I've been using on my Moto G, and make sure you look for my full review on the Moto G very soon. But I love the way this looks, and I just like the way that the red looks on the black, and I think it's one of the best color combinations you can get. The only downside to these lighter colored shells is that you can kind of see through the speaker grill right there, and there's just this little rubberized piece that's around it, and you can see it on the back of the shell, especially if you're in the sunlight. But if you don't care about that, then you won't have any problems with these lighter colors. Let's jump right into the flip case. And when you open it, it has some instructions inside on how to do this, but it's pretty self-explanatory. You install this exactly like the shell case. It will snap into place, and just make sure everything is secure and you will be ready to go. So you have to push a little harder on this one though compared to the shells for me, but it fits just the same. And it looks very nice on there, and it feels good in the hand actually. But what the great thing is that the actual flap is magnetic, so it will not flip off and just hang around everywhere. I hate that about most flip cases, and it just drives me insane. And when you open it, it unlocks or turns on the Moto G. So there's extra functionality in this case. So even though it's double the price, you do get some extra functionality. It's got a cutout for the earpiece itself, and it covers the back as well. The first thing you will notice though is that the back of it is textured compared to the actual shell itself, and it gives it a nicer grip, and it gives it a nicer feel, more premium feel in the hand. I wish they would make these shells separately with this texture, but it's only available in this flip case right now. And you can see it's a little thicker too by the way that the camera insets, and it's going to give you a little bit extra protection there on the camera ring and the LED flash. But it does look very nice and it feels good, but just like any other flip case, it is going to move around a little bit, but since it's magnetized, it always kind of goes back into place, which I like. But you know, it's going to still feel a little bit flimsy on the front, but it does not fall off no matter how much pressure you put on that, and it's very easy to operate with one hand. So I have to give it up to this flip case. I like it. There is one major flaw with this though, and that's the camera use while you're using this flip case, because while you have it flipped to the back, you can't use the camera because it blocks the camera, so that's kind of pointless when it comes to that. They should have probably put a little window on there like the Samsung ones do, but you're gonna have to take pictures like this with the flap just hanging down, and for some people they might not care, but for some people this is gonna be a deal breaker. The royal blue color looks very nice, by the way, on the black. So what do you guys think? Which one do you like the best? I think that the flip case has more functionality and it is double the price, but it's gonna give you some protection versus the actual shell itself, and I think that's pretty self-explanatory. I do prefer the texture on the flip case better than the shell, but for double the price, you're gonna have to kind of think about if you want that extra functionality or not. Me personally, I think I would just go for the shells just to customize the color of the Moto G and just change it day to day on how I feel. So which one do you like best? Let me know in the comment section below, and if you have any questions, you can always hit me up on Twitter at SuperScientific, and I'll do my best to answer them. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and thank you for watching my videos, and I will see you guys in the next one.